Hello my friend, in this video I'm going to show you how you can easily accept donations anywhere by using either the Buy Me a Coffee button or the Ko-fi button. Basically you can use this to post a little button anywhere, like a website, page, post, anything like that, and easily accept donations. So let's jump right into this. So the best way to easily accept donations from any website, page, or post on the internet is by installing a Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-fi button. These can be installed by embedding them with code, by pasting an image of the button with a link, or by installing one of their WordPress buttons. So if you're looking to make money from your art by offering a way for your audience to support you through donations or memberships, these are definitely like ways that you'll want to do it. And if you want to learn a little bit more about these two platforms, I'll link to a video above which compares Ko-fi to Buy Me a Coffee. Before we jump into this a little bit deeper, I wanted to quickly show you that I have also written an article on this topic, as you can see right here. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about this, or if you would like to follow along, or if you just prefer reading instead of hearing my annoying voice, you can Google Buy Me a Coffee button or Ko-fi button and on Google, and you'll be able to access this article for free. So let's jump right into it, starting with how to install a Buy Me a Coffee button. So the Buy Me a Coffee button is a stylized button that you can use to accept donations by sending people over to your Buy Me a Coffee profile, or directly from the button itself with an overlay widget, which I'll show you just in a second. The button's icon, text, color, and supporter count can be customized. And if you're currently not using Buy Me a Coffee and would like to learn a little bit more before actually installing this particular button, there's also a video linked to above where I compare Buy Me a Coffee to Patreon, which gives you a pretty good idea of how it works. So, like I mentioned, there are three ways to install this button. First is with embeddable code, second is installing the Buy Me a Coffee WordPress plugin, and third is with just basically adding an image of a button with a link, and I'm going to show you all three of these methods right now. So first is adding a Buy Me a Coffee button with code or with HTML. So the most common way to add a Buy Me a Coffee button is by generating and customizing a button from buymeacoffee.com/brand and then installing the code that it creates for you on your website or page builder or anything like that. So this method is really best for anyone that wants to put the button somewhere that has the ability to add custom code, such as a website or page editor as mentioned. So to do it, there are 6 simple steps. You want to visit buymeacoffee.com/brand. You're going to click on the Generate Now button, which is under the Buttons and Widgets for your website section. Then type in your Buy Me a Coffee profile URL. Customize your button to your liking, click Generate button, and then you can copy that code and paste it anywhere on your website. So when creating a Buy Me a Coffee button in this way, you have several customization options, which I'll show you in a second. And this includes icon type, text and font, color, and whether or not the supporter count is visible. In addition to this, you can choose whether the button will simply send people to your Buy Me a Coffee page, or if an overlay will pop up and donations can be taken directly. So here's a look at what these customizations options look like. You can see here you can change the color, you can change the icon. The default is like a coffee icon and the text saying Buy Me a Coffee, so you can modify that. And then at the bottom here, you can have just the standard icon. You can choose to show the supporter count that you have currently, as well as you can have this, kind of have a preview here of what it looks like, but this is the overlay. So right from the button, it'll pop up and you can make those adjustments. So next, let's look into how you can do this with a WordPress plugin. So another common way to install the Buy Me a Coffee button or widget onto your website is by using the official Buy Me a Coffee WordPress plugin. Obviously, this is the best method for someone that's using WordPress to host their website. If you're not using WordPress, then this will not apply to you. But the steps are quite simple. You're going to want to search for Buy Me a Coffee from your WordPress dashboard in the plugins and add new section, or visit wordpress.org/plugins/Buy Me a Coffee. Link is right here. Then you're going to want to install and activate the Buy Me a Coffee button and widget plugin. That's how it's going to appear in the search results. You can then customize your button to your liking, and you can choose where you'd like your donation button and widget to appear on your website. So just like with the previous method, you have several customization options, including the icon type, text and font, color, and whether or not the supporter count is visible. And you do also have some additional options here, including description and widget text, as well as positioning and spacing. And lastly, what we're going to look at before moving on to the Ko-fi button is how you can install the Buy Me a Coffee button with an image and link. It's basically the easiest way you could do it, and it's something that could be used for absolutely any website or page, really. So basically all you're going to do is it's a simple way of adding an image of the button and then attaching a link to that button right there. So this method is best for anyone who wants to add a Buy Me a Coffee button to any page or post that does not have the ability to add custom code. This is going to be the way. So basically, there's 3 simple steps. You're going to want to download one of the button images from buymeacoffee.com/downloads. Link is in the article right here. You'll then paste, import, or place the image of the button wherever you're trying to put it. And then you're going to want to select the image and attach a link to your Buy Me a Coffee profile. So when using this method, you may also be able to select the image and then do like the Command K or Control K, depending on if you're on Mac or keyboard, Mac or Windows rather. And then you can open up a link editor and paste the link in right there. There are fewer customization options when using this method. In a way, I'll get to that in a second, but however, the big upside is that you can use this method to add a Buy Me a Coffee button anywhere that you can post an image with a link. The kind of flip side of that is that if you're handy with any kind of image editing software, then technically you can create any kind of image that you'd like to and go to town with that. But with that said, here is a look at the different button image styles that you can get from the brand assets page that I mentioned that Buy Me a Coffee has. Basically, it's quite simple, and there are just a few different color variations. With that said, we're going to move on to Ko-fi, and the Ko-fi button is a stylized button that you can use to accept donations by sending people to your Ko-fi profile or directly from the button with an overlay. And one thing that they do have that's a little different is a donation panel. I'll show you that in a second. If you want to learn a little bit more about Ko-fi, then you can also check out this video right here where I compare Ko-fi to Patreon. It gives you a good understanding of how it works and all that kind of stuff. So with that said, there are 3 ways to install the Ko-fi button, and they are very similar. It's the embeddable code or HTML, the WordPress plugin, and again, the image or button with a link. So let's dive into this. So the first way is with the code and HTML. So the most common way to add a Ko-fi button is by generating and customizing a button or donation widget from kofi.com/manage/widgets. Link is in the article right here. And then you can install that code that it creates for you on your website or page. This method is best for anyone that wants to put the button somewhere that has the ability to add custom code, such as on your own website or on particular page editors. So basically, there's only 4 steps here. You want to visit kofi.com/manage/widgets. Once again, the link is right here in the article. You're going to want to select either the Ko-fi button or the Ko-fi donation widget, and then you're going to customize the button to your liking and then copy and paste that code onto your website or wherever you're trying to post it. So when choosing the Ko-fi button, this is how it kind of looks like the customization options. Basically, you can choose between a button or image type, as well as change the label, which is kind of the text of the button, and the color of the button. You can see right here what this would look like. The Ko-fi donation widget is a little bit more interesting. It has a few more options, including the ability to have a floating type, which is really an overlay. So you click it and this donation panel will come up, or you can have the donation panel directly, which looks like this. So you can actually have it just directly look like this on your website, which is pretty cool. Moving on from this is the WordPress plugin option, which again is a common way to install it and is really best for WordPress users because, yeah, you can install a WordPress plugin not on a WordPress site. For here, what you're going to want to do is go over to the WordPress dashboard and then go over to the plugins and add new section and search for Ko-fi. You're going to want to install and activate the Ko-fi button WordPress plugin, customize the plugin and button, and then from there you can put it in your widgets area or anywhere with the short code that it'll generate for you. And lastly, there is a very basic option as well with Ko-fi. So basically, you can again create a Ko-fi button with an image and a link. And this is going to be best for anyone who wants to add a Ko-fi button to any page or post that does not have the ability to add custom code or anything like that. So the way that you're going to want to do this is by downloading one of the button images from more.kofi.com/brand-assets. Link is here. Probably easier to get it from the article. Then you're going to want to paste, import, or place the image of the button, and then again select the image and attach a link to your Ko-fi profile with that image. You can also do the Command or Control K to open up the link editor in some instances. And again, there's far fewer customization options here, unless of course you are handy with an image editing software. Same thing applies as did with the Buy Me a Coffee button. If you can make your own custom image, then yeah, this will work really well for you. With that said, here are a look at some of the Ko-fi buttons. I think they look worse than the Buy Me a Coffee buttons, but I mean, they're just blocks colored with support me or whatever it is, and this is what you can download from the brand assets page. With that said, that's really a good rundown. If you want to check out a few more things on this article, I do go into how you can actually get supporters and an audience that supports you, as well as how you can build out a content plan for your membership as a way to keep supporters coming back and wanting to click on that Buy Me a Coffee button or click on that Ko-fi button, whatever it may be. That's kind of a rundown on how this works. They work very similar. Clearly, they're very similar, like in terms of competition. So obviously, they're going to offer similar things, and they seem like pretty nice ways to easily accept donations on your website. It's a nice way to do it. So with that said, hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, and good luck in your next release, my friend. Have a good one.